Okay, good morning. It is Friday, June 4th. We're going to go over here and look at the S&P 500. Okay, so let's just talk about. So last night I was doing the review right about just a few minutes before, maybe, I was over in here or so before it had dropped down into this area. So I said looking for a move down into here and then see if that would hold and they'd push it back up. So that did hold. So overnight that held to the tick. They missed this one by right here by 3 ticks, but then this held and then this held and then traded in between here and then a nice move up to here. And I have these areas highlighted. These are areas that I have marked off as supply or demand areas, and you can see what happened is this move got very nicely right up into here and right to the top of this area that I had marked. So let's talk about for today. So important that they get above 11.5 and the top of this supply zone, which is 13.25, and then this 18, and let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay, so then this is 1875, and maybe just kind of watch right in front of this a couple of ticks or so, 3 ticks maybe. And then above that would be this 24.25, and then back up here we had this original move that came up to 30, so we would expect that we'd come through that next time. And that would open up 42.40 plus on the table. You can see there's a little bit more going on up in here. So that's what's up there. On the way back down here, it'd be nice if they could hold this 4200 area. You have the bottom of these right here. It's 0.25, but might not hold that. So maybe this 4200 right around there. And then if they don't hold that, there's a bit going on here between 96.75 and 93.75. So watch this area. Ideally, well, perfect world would be they hold 96.75, but we might not see that. So maybe this like 94.50 or 94.25. Otherwise, we could see them come a bit lower. Now, if they do come lower, we could see them come down into this 90.5 down to like 88. And if they take that out, we're probably, it would depend on, let's just say, any subsequent bounce from there, but likely that we would see a move lower. And so we have this 76.25 down here, but we'd kind of expect they'd come through that at that point. We'd expect they'd probably take this out at that point, and that would bring us down in here to the 60.5 and even a bit lower into here. If they take that out, it starts to open up the door 41.39.50. So things start to open up. These areas are areas that I have drawn in as like this would be a demand area, so maybe probe down into here and then react. So maybe not right off the prediction point, but I like that there's a CP right here. And then I like, see how there's this and then there's this. So there's a CP and then there's a demand area right here. So I like that. There's two CPs in this demand area. And then right here, this is obviously off of a larger time frame. So what I'd want to do is I'd want to go find a smaller time frame. What are we looking at here? 41.52. So that's too large. I'm looking over at one of my other charts here. So let's go back and look a ways and go see. Yeah, so 41.51 is about the top of that. So let's go back and look over here and see if we can find anything. So maybe it's really not great. Maybe that, what I just drew in right there. That would be, so if I was highlighting an area in here, that would be kind of the area I'd be highlighting. But That's about, so if you can't read that, let me read that for you. So 49 down to 47.25. And then let me look at one other thing since we're talking about this. And then the other area I would look at down here would be this like 44 area. That's better because it's towards the bottom of that. So if you traded 44, the bottom of that demand is down here at 42.50. So you could do that with decent risk. Okay, so that pretty much covers it. There's a lot going on just so while we're right here. There's a lot going on in this area. Actually, the bottom of this, the 64 area, there's a lot going on right here. So just watch the 64 area if they come down here. At least could get a decent reaction out of that, like a decent bounce, and then watch this if they come down there. If that gets taken out, starts to open the door for quite a bit lower. But right now they've tested 11 up here, and so we'll see. Probably get some kind of a pullback. That would be nice, but we'll just see if it's one of those kinds of days. So, okay, well, I'll see you. We'll be here for the review video, and I will see you then. Trade smart today and take it one step at a time and just take what the market gives you today. And I will see you this afternoon.